I guess like I've always really liked the idea of the house. I've been like drawing it or recreating rooms since I was a little kid, like doing like little shadow boxes, things like that. I just always really liked, we always grew up in apartments, and I always, wanted to have a house, and I wanted to paint the walls and put stuff on the walls. So it always was like this kind of like, ultimate kids fantasy. My dad was interested in houses. I don't know, he, when he passed away a few years ago, I was like given a box, or I, took a box from his house, and it had, several just pictures of houses that I'm assuming he had taken. I don't know. They were just like photographs, and they had the dates in the back, and it was all from 87 to 89, which is the year my brother was born and I was born. I couldn't tell what they were, but it seemed like some sort of like his sort of like dream house, or like, he's starting a family, like why am I taking pictures of all these like really nice houses? And so I started recreating the houses that were in the pictures. The space is just so filled with like everything I would want and really liked. So it just does seem like this kind of like dream location, and like it all together just reminds me of myself in really funny ways. Like if I made it over a week, it would represent me in a week. Even if it wasn't like my story, it like was a space and had like, I just want it to feel lived in by something, feel like it was alive and like part of something. There's definitely seems to be like an age difference in the two bedrooms. One definitely seems like more of a younger space, which wasn't intentional, but just when I collected everything that I had gathered over the last year, certain things just looked younger, and it made more sense to be in one part of the room. When you go up to the triangular room at the top, it definitely seems like an older feel to it. I would just order tons of catalogs and sit through them and cut out everything I just like wanted or thought was funny, or hated so much that I liked it. Finding things the perfect scale is like what's hard, because you just have to find it to fit within this one scale. So I glue them onto cardboard, and then I cut those out with scissors, and just categorize them in like just small like Tupperwares, just by category. The categories end up being really funny. It'll be like stuffed animals, inflatables, balloons, everything's free. I do buy like the hot glue gun sticks, but I just buy those in a big batch, and everything else is just found, so I don't really need to like spend money, luckily. So as I was making this piece, it took so long, and it didn't really, I don't know, you couldn't like tell that I was making progress. I just had all these pieces saved up in little boxes. So I started just getting kind of antsy and wanting to finish things in a quicker pace. So I started to paint my nails. I've been saving, my nail polish for the past year, just trying to get it off my fingers every time I do the manicures. Peeling them off the best that I can, and then just kind of storing them in little cases, and they build up over time really, really slowly. You see your hands all the time while you're doing things, and when I see like a certain nail, I can like remember it on my hand and almost like remember what was happening when I had it on my hand. Or they keep time in a strange way too, and they like travel with me all the time, so they just seemed like the perfect thing to use. But it is going to be a 2D project, and I think they're going to be laid out in some sort of systematic way on a white background, but I don't know, that could totally change just depending on how many I get before I decide to make it. The process is so fun. I don't know, it had to be such a fun project just because it takes so long. Like it just took a lot of patience for me. I have like, it's been fun.